Feeling stuck in your Maid contract? You are not alone. Many domestic workers wonder how to legally and safely terminate their employment without penalties or losing out on their rights. Well, in this video, I'm going to take you through everything you need to know about cancelling your Maid contract, from understanding your agreement to drafting a professional resignation letter. Learn your rights, avoid common pitfalls, and confidently move on to your next opportunity. Don't let a contract hold you back. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This is penninahthegrace. You are in the home of grace, and to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for the love and the support. May God Almighty bless you. For me, today we are tackling a topic that many of you have asked about: how to cancel a contract as a maid. Now, whether you're feeling overworked, underpaid, or just ready for a chance, knowing your rights and proper steps to take is absolutely crucial. We are talking about escaping your contract legally and safely, so you can move on without any unwanted surprises. If you are currently in a Maid contract and wondering about your options, you are in the right place. We'll cover everything from understanding your contracts, fine print, to a drafting a professional resignation letter. By the end of this video, you'll feel much more confident about navigating this process. So, let's dive in. Point number one is understanding your contract. The very first and most important step is to thoroughly understand your current contract. Now, the key areas to look for in your contract include the duration of your employment. As you already know, here in Gulf, actually it's a fixed, like you have to finish your 2 years contract. I've never heard of a contract of maybe less than a year or 6 months, something like that. It's like a fixed contract, right? It's a duration of 2 years. So you have to understand that first. Or is it an open-ended? Termination clauses. This is critical. What does your contract say about ending the contract early? Are there specific notice period required? Are there penalties for early termination? How many notice do you need to give before you leave? And this is usually expressed in weeks or months. If you are an overseas worker, who is responsible for your traveling cost if you terminate early? If you are still within your probation period, the rules for termination might be different and often simpler. And always try to read your contract, especially that part that says the termination, early release, resignation. And also try to understand if your contract is written in a language that you don't understand. Please try to seek for translation. Try to understand every word your contract says. Like, I remember my contract was written in Arabic. So if you want more clarification, it is good for you to see how you can translate those words to a language that you understand. Maybe your mother tongue or your local language, the language that you understand is more better. And in your contract, anything that is written in it. If you don't understand, it is good to seek for help. Don't hesitate to ask for clarifications. Also, if you don't have a copy from your contract, please ask your employer or ask your agency. At least you should have a copy. If you don't have one, ask your boss. Your boss should have one. Also, you yourself, you should have another one. You have a right to have a copy for your employment agreement. So please ask for it. So point number 2 is to identify your ground for termination. The reason why you are terminating this contract. So while you can terminate a contract without a specific ground, as long as you follow the notice period. Sometimes the reason for leaving can impact the process, especially if you are looking for an immediate exit or if your employer has breached the contract. Now, the common reason why people usually consider to terminate the contracts. Common reasons people consider terminating contracts. Unsafe working conditions. Violation of contract terms by employer. Abuse or harassment, physical, verbal. This is illegal and grounds to immediate actions. Let us see personal reasons. So personal reasons can also push you to terminate your contract. Example, family emergency, a better job opportunity, also moving to a different location, or simply a desire for a change. Sometimes both parties can agree to end up the contract early. And now, documenting any issues, especially including this process, can be very important. So you can document the messages, anything that you talked about. It is good to keep them, to document them so that you will not forget. Keep a diary of that incident, especially if they involve contract breaches by your employer or unsafe conditions. Can be very helpful if disputes arise. Keep a diary of incidents or messages or any relevant proof. Now, this one now brought us to point number 3, which is the notice period. Most contracts requires a notice period. If you want to terminate your contract, at least tell your employer early, like after this duration, I want to quit. So at that moment, it will give your employer time to search or to look for another person to replace you, right? So it needs time. This allows for smoother transition and maintain a professional relationship, which can be important for future references. Now, what to include to your resignation letter, I will read. Make sure you write your name, your address, date, employer's name and address, a clear statement of resignation, state your intentions to resign from your position, your last day of employment. You can just write a brief reason why you are resigning in that your letter. Also avoid being negative or somehow emotional. So write your signature and your printed. Also you must include your name. So after writing your letter, make sure to have also a copy for yourself, the one that you will send and also the one that you will have, right? So at least if in case of anything, because things can change, things can happen. So make sure you have your own copy. In case of anything, at least you have your own and they have theirs, right? Now point number 5 is how to deliver now your resignation letter. How you deliver your resignation letter is very, very important because they must receive your letter and you must have proof like they received the letter. So it's very, very important. So either you send it by yourself, like here we are here, right? So you can send it by yourself. Just go and send it Don't put it on the table. Make sure you give them on their hands, personally, like physically, give them. Make sure they take it, and make sure you also have your own copy. Make sure they sign. It's very, very important. Let them sign it for you as you see. See if they're signing, and also it's very important the copy that you have, let them sign it for you. Avoid leaving the letter somewhere, like just going and put it on the table. They can claim like they never see it. So it is good. Avoid that. Avoid putting the letter on the table. Make sure you hand it on their hand, and it is good you stand there, they sign it for you. You see, they sign, and also they sign the copy that you have as well as a proof. Now, during your notice period, maintain professionalism, right? During this period, it can be very awkward, but it's crucial to maintain professionalism until your last day. Now, here are the tips of how to navigate your notice period. Tip number 1, do your job for the best to your ability. Don't slack off or start neglecting your responsibility. Be cooperative. Be helpful of training a replacement if one is hired, or documenting your task for the next person. Be helpful. Avoid negativity. Refrain from complaining about your employer or the job to the colleague or the other. Keep your conversation professional. Usipayuke. Collect your belongings or packing your stuffs. Gradually start organizing and also pack your stuffs. Be aware of your rights. Your rights regarding wages, benefits, and working conditions still apply during your notice period. Remember, how you live can impact future and references of your reputation. Now, point number 7, potential challenges and how. While we hope for a smooth exit, sometimes challenges can rise. It's not promising like everything will be smooth, and also it's not promising like everything will be tough. It's very, very important to know how to handle them. Employer can refuse to accept the resignation, and this is why proof of delivery is essential. If they refuse, you have still fulfilled your obligation by submitting the letter and serving the notice. If you face threats, intimidation, or harassment, immediately seek help from a local labor department or maybe now your agency and document everything. If the demands are legitimate by the contract, understand what they are. If you believe they are unfair or not in the contract, seek legal advice. It's good to keep records of your hours of payment. If maybe there is a delay, maybe they don't pay you, always document. Or sometimes other dues are withheld. Just document everything. Now, during this step, most of the maids normally don't pay their maids. So it is good for you to document which month did they stop paying you. Before you leave the country, they're supposed to give you all your money. Don't enter into a flight without your wages. So you're supposed to ask that. For the day they stopped giving you your salary, document from there, right? And then before you leave, because check your contract, it is written, there is certain duration if you stay, even if you haven't finished your contract and you want to go back home, they're supposed to pay for your ticket. So if they stop that as well, you should seek for help. There is labor because you are being guided by the law. They also have their laws, like they should pay you and they should pay your ticket. The way you came, they should also be responsible to pay your ticket going back home, and your salary is a must. And also they have their labor offices. So you should reach that one out. And if you can't reach, there's so many ways that you can seek help. Ask around, you will find, and please don't leave your money behind. You should understand your right regarding your return flight. You should know who is supposed to pay for your flight, because some will say like, we are not responsible for your flight. So it depends with your contract. If it was written they're supposed to be responsible, let them pay for your ticket back. Now, point number 8, it is the final step. So if you watched up to there, I just want to say thank you so much for the love and the support. Don't forget to share this video. It will help. I know it will help someone outside there. So kindly don't forget to share it out. I will really, really appreciate it. Now, this is our last step in moving. And remember, now it is now time to move on or to go out. Make sure you pack all your belongings, take all your belongings, double check, return all the uniforms if you have the uniforms, if you have the keys, anything that you have that doesn't belong to you, make sure you return them back, unless if they belong to you. And after that, collect everything and go with peace. And always remember, you have your rights, and don't go in the shame, like, don't spoil like everything, don't spoil for others, because here you are representing yourself, your country, and others. So make sure you move out with a good name. Like, you shall bless somebody, that a person that will come after you, they will always remember that there was a person that did this and this. Remember, a good name is better than silver or gold, right? Yes, so a good name is better than silver or gold. I believe in that. So just make sure you do everything accordance, and always remember your rights. Don't go outside there and spoil for others. Like, those people, I hate those people, they did this and this. Always remember, there are those bad times and there are those good times. So don't see the negativity more than the positivity. So just balance and just say it as well. You have just quitted, and that it is what it is. Don't spoil for others. Because remember, if that job did not fit you, there is somebody that will come and it will fit that person. So don't spoil for everyone. So guys, if this video is good, please don't forget to share it with others, so that it will help girls outside there that wants to quit or wants to go and they don't know how they can go about it. So also don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and see you in my next. Bye.